According to the CDC, 85% of high school students and 74% of middle school students have reported using flavored vape products, meaning that an overwhelming majority of the youth are using nicotine in these devices. Despite the lackluster view of vaping that young people have developed, the effects of vaping has sufficient evidence to ensure harmful health conditions in the future. While cigarette usage has steadily decreased in America, the use of electronic cigarettes continues to skyrocket. With nicotine products appealing to younger and more vulnerable age groups, it is essential to inform children of the dangers of vaping. First, I will discuss how vaping affects the still developing brains of children under 25. Then, I will discuss how lung disease has been linked to diseases caused by these products. Now, I will speak about how vaping affects the brain that has not been fully developed, which includes, and is certainly not limited to, ADHD and impulsive control disorders. Youth opinion of this epidemic can be described as nonchalant at best, and many kids aren't made aware of the dangers of the chemicals being put into their body. Kids believe it is a safer way to smoke without having to deal with the negative effects of cigarettes. However, this view of vaping is incredibly dangerous because it is far from the truth. The fact is that modern nicotine products greatly affect children's developing brains. Nai Addy, a researcher at Yale, found that a large amount of nicotine in developing brain damage dopamine receptor and allow the brain to be more vulnerable to addictions in the future. Ultimately, he claims that the long-term effects of brains on kids is not yet fully known, which is the scariest part of the trend. Only time and more research will tell us the full truth about the effects of vaping on the brain, but the evidence has been gathered to show a small portion of its lasting effects already. Now I will discuss lung diseases associated with vaping. One major reason people continue to vape is that they believe that there is no evidence that points to health effects, or rather they do not want to believe there is any. However, Johns Hopkins University Medical Center found an extensive amount of vitamin E in vape products, which is linked to lung damage. Other chemicals absorbed into the lungs include formaldehyde and acrolein, which are most commonly used as weed killers. Popcorn lung is a condition that is a result of damaged airways in the lungs. The flavoring in these products contain the chemical that causes this type of lung disease. Collapsed lungs and pneumonia are other possible diseases that stem from vaping. 14 deaths have now been reported to be directly correlated with vaping and lung disease, claims Harvard Medicine. Similarly to brain effects, long-term lung damage is not yet known on a large scale, but can be proven to cause many different types of diseases. Today, I discussed the many dangers associated with vaping, such as brain disease and lung disease, and how young people need to view these products with much more gravity. Now that I have talked about the dangers of vaping, you need to feel more responsible for sharing this information and not letting it sit in the back of your mind the next time someone offers you a hit of their vape.